Hello, dear brothers and sisters. Loneliness often feels like a burden, but for the chosen ones, it is a divine gift. In Islam, solitude is not a punishment but a means of spiritual preparation. Allah selects certain individuals for greater purposes, and their loneliness becomes a space for inner growth and connection with Him. Just as Prophet Muhammad sought solace in the cave of Hira, the chosen ones find clarity in isolation. This journey of solitude is designed to purify the soul, deepen faith, and prepare the heart for the extraordinary. Today, we'll explore how loneliness unfolds as a sacred path for the chosen. The concept of chosen ones in Islam. In Islam, the concept of being a chosen one is deeply spiritual, reflecting a unique relationship with Allah. A chosen one is an individual selected by Allah for a specific divine purpose. These individuals are entrusted with extraordinary responsibilities that often require immense personal sacrifices. Being chosen is not about privilege, but about fulfilling a sacred duty that serves the greater good. The role of the chosen ones is multifaceted. They are tasked with guiding others, embodying moral and spiritual excellence, and upholding justice in society. Their lives serve as examples for others, demonstrating how to live in alignment with Allah's will. This responsibility demands unwavering faith, patience, and resilience in the face of trials and adversity. In the Quran, many prophets are described as chosen individuals. For instance, Prophet Muhammad was selected to convey the final message of Islam to humanity. His journey highlights the immense burden and honor of being chosen. Similarly, other prophets like Moses, Musa is, and Jesus, Isa as, were chosen to lead their people through divine guidance and wisdom. Beyond prophets, ordinary individuals may also be chosen for specific tasks. These people are often distinguished by their strong faith, moral integrity, and deep connection with Allah. Their roles, while less visible than those of prophets, are equally significant in shaping their communities and fulfilling Allah's plan. Ultimately, the concept of being a chosen one is a testament to Allah's wisdom and mercy. It reminds us that every trial and blessing has a purpose, and those chosen for divine missions are equipped with the inner strength and guidance needed to succeed. Solitude as a divine test. Solitude often plays a significant role in the lives of those chosen by Allah for great missions. It serves as a divine test, a period of preparation where individuals are stripped of worldly distractions to focus entirely on their connection with the Creator. In Islam, solitude is not seen as isolation, but as an opportunity for reflection, spiritual growth, and understanding one's purpose. One of the most profound examples of solitude is the experience of Prophet Muhammad in the cave of Hira. Before receiving the first revelation, he would retreat to the cave, seeking peace and clarity in his thoughts. This period of solitude prepared him for the monumental task ahead, the responsibility of delivering Allah's final message to humanity. The stillness of the cave allowed him to detach from the chaos of society and reflect deeply on its moral and spiritual state. Similarly, Prophet Moses, experienced a significant moment of solitude on Mount Sinai. It was during this time, away from his people and worldly concerns, that he received the 10 Commandments. This period of isolation was a divine test of his patience, faith, and readiness to lead his people. It was a sacred moment where Musa was able to communicate directly with Allah, gaining the guidance and strength needed for his mission. These examples highlight that solitude is not a punishment, but a necessary step in spiritual refinement. It allows individuals to strengthen their faith, gain clarity, and prepare for greater responsibilities. For believers, these stories serve as a reminder that periods of isolation and testing are opportunities to grow closer to Allah and fulfill their divine purpose. Finding divine strength in loneliness. Loneliness, though often perceived as a challenge, can be a profound opportunity for spiritual growth and connection with Allah. Islam teaches us that moments of isolation are not meant to break us, but to redirect our hearts toward the Creator. When embraced with the right mindset, loneliness becomes a time for renewal and spiritual empowerment. In solitude, we are granted the perfect chance to engage in ibadah, worship. Salah, the act of prayer, becomes more meaningful as we focus solely on our relationship with Allah, free from distractions. Similarly, Reciting the Quran not only brings peace to the heart, but also deepens our understanding of divine wisdom, offering guidance for every situation we face. Another powerful practice during loneliness is zikr, the remembrance of Allah. Repeating phrases of glorification, such as Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, and Allahu Akbar, fills the heart with contentment and gratitude. These acts transform feelings of loneliness into moments of tranquility and strength. By using time alone for worship, reflection, and remembrance, we draw closer to Allah, finding solace and divine strength. This not only helps us overcome loneliness, but also nurtures a resilient and spiritually enriched soul. Limited relationships as wisdom. In a world often focused on building large social networks, Islam emphasizes the value of quality over quantity in relationships. Limited relationships are not a sign of weakness or inadequacy, but a reflection of wisdom and intentional living. Meaningful relationships are those rooted in mutual respect, trust, and shared values. Islam encourages us to surround ourselves with individuals who inspire goodness and remind us of our purpose. The Prophet Muhammad exemplified this by fostering deep, impactful bonds with a few close companions who supported him in his mission and personal life. Having fewer but meaningful relationships allows for deeper connections, where time and attention can be devoted to nurturing bonds that truly matter. These relationships provide emotional support, sincere advice, and spiritual growth. They protect us from the superficiality and distractions often found in larger social circles. Moreover, maintaining quality relationships aligns with the concept of balance in Islam. It helps us focus on our responsibilities to Allah, family, and ourselves without being overwhelmed by excessive social obligations. By choosing depth over breadth in relationships, we align our lives with the wisdom of Islam, fostering genuine connections that enrich our hearts and strengthen our faith. Empathy through solitude. Solitude, while often seen as a challenge, can be a profound source of personal growth. Experiencing loneliness allows us to connect with the struggles of others who face similar feelings, fostering deep empathy. When we endure moments of isolation, we gain a better understanding of the emotional pain felt by the marginalized, the outcast, and the forgotten in society. This personal experience can open our hearts to their struggles, inspiring us to be more compassionate and understanding. Islam teaches us to care for the vulnerable, including the poor, the orphaned, and those who are lonely, emphasizing the importance of empathy in building a just and caring community. Through solitude, we can reflect on the interconnectedness of humanity and develop a sincere desire to uplift those who are suffering. It transforms loneliness into a tool for personal and spiritual growth, enabling us to embody the true essence of compassion, the test of patience and reliance. Periods of isolation are a profound test of patience and trust in Allah. When faced with loneliness, it is natural to feel vulnerable and uncertain. However, these moments are an opportunity to strengthen our relationship with Allah and place our complete reliance on Him. Islam teaches us that patience, sabr, is a virtue highly rewarded by Allah. In times of isolation, practicing patience helps us develop inner strength and spiritual resilience. These periods remind us that Allah is always near, listening to our prayers and guiding us through challenges. Reliance on Allah, tawakkul, is key during these times. Trusting His plan and wisdom brings comfort and peace to the heart. Through reflection, prayer, and remembrance, we find solace and strength to endure difficulties. Ultimately, isolation becomes a means of spiritual growth, reinforcing our belief that Allah is sufficient for all our needs. Lessons for the audience. Perspective shift. Loneliness, often perceived as a negative experience, can be reframed as a divine blessing. It is a unique opportunity for self-discovery, spiritual growth, and a closer connection with Allah. Rather than viewing solitude as an emptiness, it can be seen as a sacred time for reflection and realignment with one's purpose. Islam teaches us that every situation carries wisdom. In loneliness, we find the chance to turn inward, assess our lives, and strengthen our bond with Allah through worship, prayer, and remembrance. It is in these quiet moments that we can truly hear our hearts and seek guidance from our Creator. Encouraging this perspective shift allows us to embrace solitude as a gift rather than a burden. By recognizing the blessings within isolation, we can cultivate gratitude, patience, and reliance on Allah, ultimately transforming a challenging experience into one of immense spiritual benefit. As we conclude, remember that moments of solitude are divine, opportunities for growth and connection with Allah. Embrace them to reflect, strengthen your faith, and realign your purpose. Let these moments inspire gratitude, patience, and spiritual renewal. We ask Allah to guide us through challenges, bless us with understanding, and strengthen our hearts with faith. May He transform loneliness into a means of nearness to Him and grant us wisdom to navigate life's trials. Ameen. Keep striving for self-reflection and spiritual growth, trusting in Allah's perfect plan.